Welcome to Christian Nutrition, the show where we review every single episode of LarryBoy, the Cartoon Adventures, in chronological order. And by we, I mean just me. That's right, this week and for the next 7 weeks, we will be reviewing nothing but LarryBoy 2D, or LarryBoy the Cartoon Adventures. This will all lead up to our grand finale of this marathon, which is the League of Incredible Vegetables. Obviously, this meant donning the classic LarryBoy shirt again. As I said before in my previous review, there will not be any director's cuts during this 8 weeks. In fact, I'm working overtime to do double the amount of episodes. As this week, and here's how this will be every other week, we'll do the regular LarryBoy Cartoon Adventures episode, which is like 22-23 minutes long, the episode that is not the review. And then in the in-between weeks, in between the regular episodes, we're gonna do the shorts. There's a short at the end of every single episode that's like 7 to 8 minutes long. We'll be doing a mini review of that. This week we are reviewing LarryBoy and the Angry Eyebrows, thanks to God's Little Artist, who created a different image for each episode. Check out her work with the link in the description below. This series started in 2002, and as most of you know, that was probably a bad time for this to start. Had it started any earlier, we would have gotten more episodes and maybe it would have been more popular, but it didn't end up being that popular, and I think that's partially due to the fact that it was 2D. It was actually animated with Adobe Flash, and since it wasn't 3D, which is what we're used to from Big Idea, I think we were all just disappointed. Like, we wanted more 3D LarryBoy episodes. I know that's how I felt back when this came out. Disney and DreamWorks at the time were also suffering poorer and poorer box office showings for their 2D animated films, as audiences gravitated towards Pixar's 3D films and DreamWorks whenever they actually did do a 3D animated film, like Shrek.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me.
Anyways, with that out of the way, let's review LarryBoy and the Angry Eyebrows.
Oh, LarryBoy, we need you now to show the way to save the day, to save the town.
I don't know if any of us are truly ready for this, but LarryBoy the Cartoon Adventures has one of the, if not the, catchiest theme songs ever.
Cause what the world needs now is a hero, one's kind and true and brave and bold.
Oh no, it's getting stuck in my head all over again. I mean, it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing, but when all my coworkers and my wife and my friends hear me singing it over and over, they get annoyed.
If you haven't guessed yet, then it's time you know. Yeah, he is a hero.
I am that hero!
If you want this song stuck in your head, I put a link in the description. You can check it out yourself.
It's a cheese-breathing cow dragon!
Cheese-breathing cow dragon. Like anyone's ever gonna believe that's real.
Halt, cow dragon! Cease your cheesy assault on the good citizens of Bumbleberg!
Of course, not only does he believe it's real, but it also kicks his butt by shooting cheese out of its mouth. Come on, LarryBoy, I thought you were supposed to be that hero.
Just activate the radar-guided spatula on your utility belt.
Wow, I never thought I'd need a radar-guided spatula.
What? Why would Archibald invent a radar-guided spatula? In what other scenario besides this specific one would this even be useful? How much free time does he have on his hands? I honestly am racking my brain. I cannot think of another scenario where this radar-guided spatula would be useful. I mean, even cooking food, why would you need one?
Not so fast, you bovine batty! Uh-oh! It was just a costume.
It was just a costume? Of course it was just a costume, LarryBoy. How stupid are you? You're making me question why I trust you to protect Bumbleberg.
Just you wait, LarryBoy. Soon I will rule Bumbleberg.
Ah, finally we meet our super evil bad guy who cannot possibly lose to LarryBoy and his heroic ways.
And my dastardly henchman, Lampy.
Of course he has a sidekick named Lampy that's actually a lamp. Why not? Then to show how truly evil he is, he does a dance number with Lampy. I am 100% serious right now.
Dance with me, Lampy!
LarryBoy should have no problem defeating this clown. We find out that Larry works at the Daily Bumble, sounds a bit like Spider-Man with the Daily Bugle, but we'll move on, a newspaper where he's the janitor because according to Archibald, that is the only job he was qualified for despite being a millionaire superhero. Some crazy lady comes in and shows Bob, who is the paper's editor, a machine that turns old hair into nightcaps, like, you know, hair that sheds off your head or is in your bathroom sink or in your, you know, stuff in the shower head that's really gross. Yeah, you can turn that into nightcaps. Don't you want that? It's quite disgusting. We also learn that Larry has a superhero class at the local community college, an outlet for the show to teach his biblical lessons, I am sure. When Larry goes to head off to class, this happens. That face looks a bit familiar, almost like something straight out of SpongeBob, a wildly popular cartoon at the time of the show's release.
It is time to exact my awful plan on LarryBoy and his precious Bumblebug. With my angry eyebrows. If someone holds on to their anger, refusing to let go of it, my eyebrows can attach to their forehead.
Oh wow, that is so evil. What will they think of next? So the villain releases his angry eyebrows, that's the name of the episode, into Bumblebird, but for some reason not one of them latches onto him despite his anger for LarryBoy.
Now fly! Fly!
LarryBoy then shows up super late for his superhero class.
LarryBoy, this is the 4th time you've been late. But as you can see, I'm letting go of my anger. Take your seat.
Why am I getting a strong urge to watch Kung Fu Panda all of a sudden?
Once I was captured by the ninja gang, and they were going to spritz me with a light olive oil dressing. Not my favorite. Did I hold on to my anger?
Let me take a wild guess.
No.
Oh, I am utterly shocked.
Any questions?
But Bart, sometimes Electromelon gets real angry.
You're making me angry. Oh, am I?
This guideline is in section 49, chapter 4, line 26 of the superhero handbook.
There's a superhero handbook? I gotta order me one of those.
It is written, do not let the sun go down on your anger.
The superhero handbook is the Bible. Very tricky, VeggieTales. Very tricky.
I couldn't stop thinking about that crazy cucumber that broke my invention.
The eyebrows then start attaching to everyone and making them even more angry than they were before.
I just got a hot tip. My sources say people are committing random acts of angriness all over the city.
You are fake news.
This should be safe here. No one ever comes up here. Oh, hi, Lampy. Lampy.
How does Larry even know who Lampy is? This is the first episode of the show, and it hasn't been established at all that Larry knows really any villains. I mean, we've only seen him in Fib from Outer Space and Rumor Weed in 2002. Bad Apple comes later. So there was no Lampy or this bad guy in either of those episodes. So what?
I gotta talk to Archibald.
Great moves. Keep it up. Proud of you.
Of course, Larry abandons the spot that the villain's most likely at. Why not?
There's that beeping again. It's driving me nuts.
That's my tea in the microwave.
Oh good, now we need a lesson on lying.
You need to make up a story about how somebody else broke the plate.
You mean you want me to lie?
Oh yeah, that was the very first episode of LarryBoy. I'm glad he hasn't learned any lessons.
I saw Lampy.
Lampy? You mean awful Alvin's sidekick? Oh, then Alvin must be behind all those angry eyebrows.
Alvin!
Alvin? The bad guy's name is Alvin? Oh man, who's afraid of a guy named Alvin? He just reminds me of the Chipmunks, and they're not scary. I mean, their movies are scarily bad, but they're not scary.
Bumblebee, I do this because I am that hero!
There's no hero quite like LarryBoy.
Wow, it took me a while to use that. Patience is a virtue. I know this is supposed to be scary, but it's kind of making me hungry instead.
Awful Alvin.
And Lampy.
Hi, Lampy.
Don't speak all friendly like to Lampy. He's devoted only to me.
Oh, so they're married? I guess we should have never assumed Alvin's gender in the first place. He clearly identifies as a lamp. Alvin, the gender-confused lamp, tells LarryBoy that there's no way to remove the eyebrows as long as the people stay angry. He then introduces his mega angry eyebrow and kidnaps LarryBoy. He gets LarryBoy angry by pouring chocolate into his Larrymobile.
Oh, I don't know if I'll ever let that one go!
Wow, that felt incredibly forced. And now it's simply gotten weird. Not but 15 seconds later in the episode, LarryBoy remembers not to be angry and gets rid of his angry eyebrows. This causes the rest of the city to do the same. I guess he was leading by example, which is a good thing. So obviously the eyebrows all get trapped in the hair turning into Hat's machine. Why didn't we see that one coming?
No, not me! Not me!
So Alvin isn't immune? Then why didn't any of them attach to him earlier? He was like the closest target when he released them.
Once again, everything in Bumbleberg returned to normal, thanks to the Cucumber of Steel!
That's me.
And that is LarryBoy and the Angry Eyebrows. Not as funny as I thought it would be, but it 100% feels like a Saturday morning cartoon, and that was really their goal, I think, with this. If you passed up LarryBoy and the Angry Eyebrows, or the LarryBoy the Cartoon Adventures in general, like I had originally, I would say check out this first one, as the theme song is extra catchy as a good Saturday morning cartoon is. But I mean, really, it's VeggieTales as a Saturday morning cartoon. The only thing you want more of was, I guess, more jokes. Stay tuned as next week we review the LarryBoy super short, Fly By Might. Remember that God made you special and he loves you very much. Bye!
Incredible vegetable.